And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now yesterday of course we did cover the news that West Midlands Police had forced Aston Villa to ban Maccabi Tel Aviv fans from attending the football game later next month. Now this just goes to show that some parts of Birmingham have now become a no-go zone for Jewish people. Why? Well, the police can't guarantee their safety. It's absolutely scandalous, and it's modern day Nazism happening in our country. And again, we're seeing foreign affairs spill on to British streets, which have absolutely nothing to do with us. Now, the MPs, of course, heading this up, of course, is Ayub Khan. Again, if you look into his sort of history, he doesn't really care too much for Britain. He focuses on building airports in foreign lands. And other people that are celebrating this is, of course, Zara Sultana, again another who doesn't have the UK's best interests at heart. She's just obsessed with Palestine and foreign affairs. Now in today's video we're going to be going through the outrage, and more outrage is of course spilled out. And we're also going to be discussing the Home Secretary's sort of involvement in this. Yes, a lot of people are acting or urging her to sack the head of the police. We'll get into that. As always, guys, please do hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for more content. So, as stated, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see here, Home Secretary now urged to sack the West Midlands Police Chief for failing to protect Jews from mob in Birmingham. Now, there is a legal thing that she can do as Home Secretary to get the police in line. The Home Secretary has been urged to sack West Midlands Police Chief Constable for failing to guarantee the safety of Jews in Birmingham. As stated, it emerged on Thursday that the fans of the Israeli team, Maccabi Tel Aviv, would be barred from their fixture against Aston Villa on November 6th. A mass outcry then followed, with Keir Starmer, Israel's foreign minister, and the leaders of Reform UK, the Conservatives, and Liberal Democrats all condemning the move. Now, Reform's East Wiltshire MP, Danny Kruger, has called on the Home Secretary to step in. Mr. Kruger had said if necessary, Shabanna Mahmood should invoke Section 40 of the Police Act 1996 and sack WMP's Chief Constable Craig Guilford. Under the Act, the Home Secretary can step in to prevent the police from failing to discharge its functions in an effective manner. Mr. Kruger said the call for Israeli fans to be banned from attending a football match in Villa Park is outrageous, and the decision of West Midlands Police to effectively agree to the ban is reprehensible. If the police could not guarantee the safety of Jewish visitors because of anti-Semitism among the local Muslim population, they should have banned the game itself, not yielded to the mob. The force, however, pointed out to clashes of hate crime offences in Amsterdam last year between the Israeli side and Dutch outfit Ajax Amsterdam to justify the ban on away fans. Now, what I would say about this whole thing that they're referring to regard to Ajax, I remember covering on the channel actually. I'm sure it was dubbed in the headlines as a Jew hunt, where essentially these individuals were going around and beating the away fans in Amsterdam. I remember it was widespread. It wasn't Israeli thugs that were there, and they were literally getting hunted down in the streets. So I don't know where they've got this sort of argument from. Now, some news that has just emerged as well is that government chiefs are now going to be calling an urgent meeting as they look to plan to overturn this. As you can see, senior government ministers are holding urgent talks to overturn the ban on Israeli supporters attending next month's Europa League clash between Aston Villa and Maccabi Tel Aviv. Culture Secretary Lisa Nandy and Home Office officials will meet on Friday, so today, to explore what one minister called a way through the controversial decision, which has triggered widespread condemnation from across the political spectrum. Of course, Labour ministers Ian Murray confirmed that the government is seeking to reverse the ruling, describing it as completely and utterly unacceptable. Speaking to Sky News, the Prime Minister and the government have been clear about that. In fact, pretty much every politician has been clear about that. It's an operational issue for the police, but the Prime Minister has said we will do everything we possibly can to resolve it. He added that Ms Nandy would meet senior Home Office figures and other stakeholders to try to see if there is a way through this. Later, Mr. Murray warned that the decision sends the wrong message by implying that you will be banned from going to public events if you're the wrong race, religion, or creed. Exactly. Now, people have been asking the question with regard to Prince William, and it's being stated that he will not attend Aston Villa's match. As you can see, Prince William will not attend Aston Villa's Europa League match against Maccabi Tel Aviv. Of course, as we know, he's a passionate Aston Villa supporter and was seen cheering the Birmingham-based football club multiple times in the Champions League last season. However, sources at GB News understand that the Royal will not attend to the travel to Villa Park for the match against Maccabi Tel Aviv on November 6th. So, yeah, whether that's about this or not, I don't really know, but Prince William will not be there. Now, Zara Sultana has taken it one stage further, and she's gone onto social media, and this has had a lot of backlash. She said, next UEFA must ban all Israeli teams. We cannot have a normalization with genocide and apartheid. She's getting a lot of backlash with regard to this. I mean, from a lot of people. But as you can see here, this user makes a really good point. Zara, Iqbal and Ayub have shown their true colours. I mean, great British names for MPs, by the way. Have shown their true colours tonight, and frankly, it's about time. Their words expose the rot that's been allowed to grow within our political system. Racism and anti-Semitism will keep thriving in Britain as long as people like this hold power. They should be stripped of their positions and permanently barred from public office. There's no place for hate at the top of the British politics. Get them out. Their masks are slipping. Ikao Mohammed, MP, by the way. Thank you all who put the safety of the Aston Villa fans, Birmingham residents, and the British public above Zionists and the political pressure to let Israeli hooligans and terrorists run riot into our country. Mental. Our country. I love how they use that terminology. Our country. But Ayub Khan said it was about safety concerns, Zara. Exactly. That's exactly what Ayub Khan said, by the way. So it has nothing to do with the safety concerns. It's more so for the bigger picture. Look, Zara has let her mask down. Well, I mean, she's been letting her mask down for a long time. And she is just clearly anti-Semitic. We've seen with her actions in recent months as well. But this is an absolute disgrace. And these are some of the people that we've allowed to hold positions of powers within our country. This lady doesn't care about anything with regard to the UK. She's just so focused on what's happening in terms of Palestine. And as for Ayub Khan, he's too busy campaigning for building airports in other places, in foreign lands. They don't care whatsoever. Now, Shabanna Mahmood, of course, as famously said, she used to attend these pro-Palestine rallies, and in fact did used to sing these chants. Now, she's not made a statement on this one, but she did, of course, retweet Keir Starmer's post, which happened last night. She said, "This is the wrong decision. We will not tolerate anti-Semitism on our streets. The role of the police is to ensure all football fans can enjoy the game without fear of violence or intimidation." And she's been posting a lot about anti-Semitism throughout the UK and said that she's going to be doing a lot about it. However, no sort of tangible steps in the right direction because there's a huge disconnect. And now, of course, she is being urged to sack the chief of police because there is a clear disconnect from the top down. And again, they're allowing Islamic MPs to run roost within our country. And now Aston, or particular parts of Birmingham, have become a no-go zone for Jewish people. Let's have a watch of some more reaction of this. I always like to hear what Patrick has to say. Let's have a listen.
We do start with that breaking news that Maccabi Tel Aviv fans have been banned from Aston Villa's Europa League clash in Birmingham over, quote, safety fears. So
many residents have raised concerns about the football match, which is due to take place on the 6th of November. Maccabi Tel Aviv. We've all seen those harrowing images from Amsterdam. I've started a petition to boycott Maccabi Tel Aviv. There is no space for violence or any thugs to come into Aston or indeed Birmingham. That is why I urge everyone to sign up to this petition. Boycott Maccabi Tel Aviv.
Yes, so Jews aren't safe in Birmingham. Aston Villa Football Club were due to play Maccabi Tel Aviv in the Europa League. That was local MP Ayub Khan, one of the infamous Gaza gang, and he did that ridiculous video. And then now, this has happened, hasn't it? This is a statement from West Midlands Police. This decision is based on current intelligence and previous incidents, including violent clashes and hate crime offences that occurred during the 2024 Europa League match between Ajax and Maccabi Tel Aviv in Amsterdam. Based on our professional judgment, we believe this measure will help mitigate risks to public safety. While the safety certificate is issued by Birmingham City Council, West Midlands Police supports the decision to prohibit any away supporters from attending. Well, I'm just going to pick up a little bit more on that statement in a second, but who is celebrating this decision? Well, it's Gaza Gang MP Ayub Khan again, isn't it? I welcome the news that Maccabi Tel Aviv fans will not be permitted to watch the match. This is disgusting, OK? It's not really about safety. We all know what this is about. We all know. Do you remember when Robert Jenrick was slammed for saying this?
In the hour and a half that I was filming with news there, I didn't see another white face. And that's not the kind of country I want to live in. I want to live in a country where people are properly integrated. It's not about the colour of your skin or your faith. Of course it isn't. But I want people to be living alongside each other, not parallel lives. That's not the right way we want to live as a country.
He was attacked for pointing out that parts of Birmingham hadn't integrated, and now Jewish fans are not allowed there because they won't be safe. And it is not the first time that they've faced issues. You heard the Metropolitan Police there, and you heard Ayub Khan making reference to something that went on in Amsterdam. However, the clips of what actually happened that night tell a very, very different story. In Amsterdam, some foreign-looking men went on a Jew hunt.
Fils de pute! Charmota! Benzona!
That's what happened to the Maccabi Tel Aviv fans in Amsterdam. And today the government released this statement.
We have to step up in relation to defeating anti-Semitism. Action is what matters. And we're absolutely committed to that. The discussion we've had this morning was not about words. It was about what are the actions that are going to follow through from this.
Right, there you go. Oh, he's going to step up to the plate. He's going to step up to the plate, protect the Jewish community. No room for anti-Semitism. Well, there we go. Now, Jewish fans can't come to a football match in Birmingham because they won't be safe. Well done, Sir Keir Starmer and co. Well done, all those bleeding heart Liberals. I tell you what, I can't wait for Gary Neville's statement about angry middle-aged white men in Birmingham putting Tel Aviv fans at risk. And speaking tonight, by the way, in fact, this was literally just a minute ago, Sir Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister, said, this is the wrong decision to ban the game. We will not tolerate anti-Semitism on our streets. The role of the police is to ensure all football fans can enjoy the game without fear of violence or intimidation. Who is going to commit that violence in Birmingham, out of interest? And by the way, I am not trying to have a go at Aston Villa fans here, because I don't really think it's all of you who are to blame here.
Facts. And as I said, I took from that Keir Starmer moment where we were speaking and protecting the Jewish community. That's on the same day now where we've seen the sort of police, of course, ban the Aston Villa fans. And again, this is not showing any signs of slowing down. Of course, a lot of people completely outraged and want to see the government and see if they put actual actions, as Keir Starmer stated, into this and actually overturn this. Because what does this send to the rest of the world? What will Shabanna Mahmood do? Will she use her powers to overturn this? Will she sack the people responsible for pandering to these Islamists and anti-Semites? Well, again, the question remains to be answered. But guys, do let me know your thoughts on this one down there in the comment section below. Again, what do you make of Shabanna Mahmood? What do you make of Keir Starmer? And what do you make of these Islamist MPs running riot? Is this a sign for things to come in the future? Again, I'll leave that for you to decide. Let me know in the comments. Hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Peace.